You hear the screeching of an owl, you hear the wind begin to howl. You know there's zombies on the prowl, and it's terror time again. They've got you running through the night. It's terror time again, and you just might die of fright. It's a terrifying time.
Hello everyone. On today's episode of the Mod Guide, we're taking a look at a variety of quality of life mods. These aren't huge overhaul mods or things that'll make it like you're playing an entirely different game. These are mods that seek to fix a small issue or enhance your overall experience, and they can usually fit in nicely with other mod packs to complement them. Before we begin, I'd like to give another shout out to FOXFIRE for today's video thumbnail. And I'd also like to thank you for supporting the content. Sincerely, it means a lot. Now let's begin today's video, shall we? You ever look at your character with a backpack on and be like, hey, wait a minute, I could definitely fit a satchel on my back as well? Well, if you have, then this mod created by Russian Lada 2.0 seeks to fix that little issue. Basically, all this mod does is allow you to wear a satchel with any other backpack in the game. Small, but convenient, and adds a nice extra boost to your capacity without costing you a free hand that you may need for your weapons. Maybe consider using Egon's fanny pack overhaul mod to go with it as well for that little extra storage bump. You ever get in a pinch, get really exhausted, you need to boost your alertness back up, but eating one vitamin at a time is just too damn slow? Well, now thanks to the gold bar, you can choose to either eat the bottle one at a time, half the bottle, or the entire bottle for as much fatigue boost as you can get. Throw down the stack of pills and get back into the fight in no time. Pretty convenient for when you're heavily fatigued and you're still trying to escape a horde that cut you off from your base or appeared because of a house alarm. You wish the in-game maps were a bit more useful? You want to mark off entire towns or regions? Well, now thanks to Nordica Man, you can. This adds every single town and most buildings in the entire game on one very large map. Not just the individual towns, but everything in between. Now you can reliably navigate around the map without using a mini-map or the Project Zomboid map project. This is a definite boon for immersion, and this is definitely a winner in my book. Plus, it's nice to be able to mark off places you've hit in other towns without needing to carry a half dozen different maps. Or even worse, worrying about it even being on a map like Ekron. Are you tired of burning through precious batteries on your radio just so you can listen to the emergency broadcast, or maybe play some tunes to keep away the boredom or sadness? Also, do you wish electrical was more useful for things that aren't just party favors or hot wiring a car? Well, now thanks to Frack, you're able to, with one level of electrical skill, convert all sorts of radios to use the electrical grid. All you need is one radio, two electronic components, some electric wire, and a screwdriver. Once you have these, you can wire up that radio and be able to draw power from the grid and your generator instead of consuming batteries like a pillhead with a Pez dispenser. Are you having trouble finding enough concrete and plaster powder to finish making your homemade base pretty? Tired of it looking like some just plain old wooden walls? Well, now thanks to Johnny Dollar, you can make your own damn concrete and plaster powders. See, now you can get stoned or plastered without any outside help. To make either concrete or plaster, all you need is 10 rocks that you forage up in the woods and a mortar and pestle, and bam, you've got materials for days. Mix it up and slather those walls. Keep in mind that concrete in the vanilla game doesn't actually do anything right now, but with the help of certain mods, you can use it to, say, pour floors and such. And if you're struggling to find concrete for that purpose, then this mod could certainly be a boon. Coming to you from the same creator as the homemade concrete and plaster powder mod, Johnny Dollar, comes the ability to create your own homemade paints. Now that you've got the powder and plastered those walls, you're gonna need to paint it to give it that personal flair, right? Make that base truly yours. I mean, just because it's the apocalypse doesn't mean you can't enjoy some simple luxuries, right? All you've gotta do is gather an empty paint can, fill it with water, read the recipes to see exactly what ingredient you need, such as red paint, you need 10 red berries. For blue paint, you need blue and black berries. For black paint, then you need blackberries as well as charcoal. But once you've mixed up your chosen paint, then just paint the wall you plastered with the previous mod and bam, you're good to go. Are you tired of the guessing game of whether you're infected or not off a scratch or laceration? Wish you had more use for medical supplies such as disinfectant and rags? Well, FELKAMI has the answer for you. This mod takes all the guesswork out. For the low price of 2 units of disinfectant and either 1 ripped sheet or 1 sterilized rag, you can check your wound for infection. If it turns out you're infected, then I suppose it's time to take the gun suicide mod and start all over again. Overall though, I like this mod. It's simple, sweet, straight to the point. I'd personally suggest pairing it with the antibodies mod to help give yourself a fighting chance against the infection by giving you a heads up that you need to start treating it before it develops too far in the late stages of infection. Are you tired of breaking down things and just getting no usable pieces of metal, or you've got a ton of recyclable metals lying around in the form of food long eaten and sodas long drank? Well, thanks to Rome, now you'll be able to put that junk to use. Good to see Rome bouncing back after that whole empire falling business they went through. Basically, all those unusable metals that you get when you fail to break down something properly, as well as those empty food and drink cans you've just got in a pile in the corner, can now be converted into actual usable metal scraps. On screen's the entire table the mod creator has made showing the various recipes, but this is quite a nice change and it makes metalworking definitely easier to get into and level up. Especially useful when you need more metalworking to repair cars. Keep in mind that converting the scrap items don't give metalworking XP, but it does give you more supplies that you can then turn into metalworking XP, barricades, and homes. You ever get annoyed with the fact you don't know how many zombies have died because of you, due to the fact you just keep setting them alight or they just keep falling into your traps or explosives? Well now, due to the work of Cave Dan, you can track almost every kill in the game. That's right, set that horde alight and watch as their bodies drop and the ticker climbs. Keep in mind, if you lose track or you accidentally close it, then you can use right control to bring it back up. The only downsides of this mod is that it doesn't track vehicle kills, as the author wasn't able to figure out how to do that within Lua, but otherwise it's a pretty nice modification and I don't blame him. Lua could be a pain in the ass to fuck with. I think this just about covers enough quality of life mods today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sincerely, once again, thank you for the support on the videos. Be sure to support the artists as well down below. This has been Core and I'll see you next time.